What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about a business visa that might cost $900. What? That sounds crazy. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But first, I wanted to let you guys know that there's 1 week left until the 20th of this month, the 13th, as I record this. You can get all three of my books, copies of all three in one package. It's called the all-in-one book package, for any donation of $10 or more, right at my PayPal address, which is down below. We're trying to raise $200 for Christmas. Go out there and hand out toys like we did last year to people in the village. So if you want to help with that, this would be a great way for you to donate. You'll also get something in return. And additionally, everybody that donates gets their name put on my list, and you'll receive my exclusive videos and other content every week. I post at least one exclusive video, sometimes more, and you're the first to hear about any new rule changes or things that are happening here in Cambodia, because you're on my mailing list. So you'll be helping out here, and you'll get something in return. And when you do that, be sure in the little message box to leave me your email address so I know where the donation came from, so I can send you all your stuff. Alright, click the links down below. Join the family now. Let's get on with the video. Alright, so I got a message in my inbox. Somebody said they were offered a... well, the situation is, people are going to the Cambodia embassy in the United States, trying to get their E-type visa, which is the one you need for long-term stay if you're going to work or retire, which is a thing now. You're supposed to be able to, however, they're not aware of it at that particular embassy in the United States, so they keep telling people, no, you still need a letter of recommendation and all these other things that you haven't needed for about a month now. But so people are having an issue with that information not being passed down to the people who can give them their visas. And of course, when that happens, there are people going to spring up, unscrupulous people perhaps, who are going to try to take advantage of people who desperately want to come over here and don't want to wait until it's all nice and proper. And this gentleman wanted to know if, in my opinion, there was a guy promising that he could get him an E-type visa for $900 if he thought that was a good deal. No, it is not. That's an insane price. Even if it was for a year, that's an insane price. You can get a year visa, like an EB or ER visa extension for, you know, $300 or maybe a little more or a little less, depending on where you go. So if they're offering an initial E-type visa, which is only good for 30 days, by the way, and they want to charge you $900, that should be like a $35 thing. No, that's absolutely insane. Do not take that deal. Like I said, eventually all the rule changes that have been applied since last month, if you remember, they were in quick succession too. All these restrictions and things they had in place were slowly being changed and gotten rid of by the government. And they would come out with these announcements, you know, 1 week it was almost daily. New rule changes, new ways of doing things, how to get over here. But the problem is, you know, they did happen fast, they became official, but word has not been passed down to the people who had to process it, so they know nothing about it. And until they get official word from the Cambodian government, they are likely to tell you opposite of what the actual thing says. Not because they're trying to be mean about it, just because they have to do things in a certain way, certain protocols in place, things like that. And whenever that happens, there's always a few people that try to come up and devise a way for them to make a ton of money off somebody's desperation. I mean, $900 for an e-visa, that's no. Please do not do that. I know some of you really want to get over here quicker, and you may be kind of desperate, but don't do it. That's I don't want to see you get ripped off like that. Just keep calling the embassy, keep contacting the embassy. Eventually they're going to come to the realization, well, this is weird, because a lot of people are saying this has changed. We don't know anything about it. Maybe then they can work it out with the Cambodian government, and you can finally get your E-type visa. On the other hand, I still don't know. Well, I haven't heard. So as far as I know, if you're coming on a tourist visa, you can change it to an E-visa in country without having to leave before it expires. But like I said, when that was first announced, the government could stop that at any time. It was not meant to be a long-term thing. And I have not heard whether they've eliminated that program or changed it in any way. So to the best of my knowledge, that's still possible also. And of course, you can get your tourist visa electronically right on the website. It should be listed in my description below. So yeah, I just want to warn you guys about these the scams and schemes that are going around. They're looking for desperate people who don't have a lot of knowledge about visas in this area to take advantage of. And I don't want to see anybody fall victim to that. There's also, I mean, even I can't say for sure if one of those visas would actually be legal. I'm guessing not, though, because how does one person go about facilitating all those visas for somebody else, especially if they're a foreigner? They're not even in the, they don't have a travel agency or anything else, so. But chances are, it's probably, it could be, maybe not chances are. Again, I'm going to reserve that judgment because I don't know for sure. But there's a good chance, a good possibility that the visa itself will be fake and fraudulent. So you might pay $900. You might even get it in the mail. You might get on a plane, and when you get here and they look at it, you could be turned away, possibly be in some legal trouble. There'll be some legal ramifications because you're in possession of it. So remember to only go through the official channels. I don't know if you guys can see all these dragonflies, man. That's pretty cool. Can you see them in the camera? I don't think so. Man, there's a lot of them floating right here, flying around. Pretty cool. But yeah, go through the official channels, even if it's frustrating, even if they're not on top of all the current rule changes. Eventually they will be. You'll save money, you'll save some peace of mind, and you don't have to worry about getting ripped off. So that would be my advice. Now, having said that, as you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been listening, I'm all for everybody doing whatever they want. So if you want to take your chances and go through one of these sketchy individuals, feel free to do so. It might work out for you. Never know. I'm not here to say absolutely do not, but my advice would be don't. You can either take my advice or not. It's up to you. Down here with the bats again. I notice, and again, this is something I don't know, but every time I come down here at a certain time of the evening, not right now, but once it starts getting a little darker and all these hundreds and hundreds of bats in these trees take flight, I always notice it smells exactly like a skunk. You know, it's got a skunky smell, and I'm not even aware if there are skunks in Cambodia or not. And I've never seen one, if there are. And I've never smelled one until I get down here, and that's kind of what it smells like. So I have a question for all of you smart people out there. I guess I could look it up, but I'll wait for your answer. Could it be the bat poop? Could it be the bat guano? Does that smell like, does that have a skunky smell to it? Because I know when they take off, you know, they're pooping all over the sidewalks here. So I don't know, maybe that's it. But I like it down here. This is the Royal Gardens, by the way. It's a nice place to walk. You know, they got all these nice big pathways. They have nice big open sidewalks. They got the shrubbery. They got little stands to go eat over there. Right across the street is the royal residence. And they often have concerts and things going on down here. It's not only a nice place to walk, but as you can see, there are many, many benches in different areas that you can stop, sit down, get some shade, do some people watching if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, I like cutting through here. Get to see nature. All the birds, all the insects, all the trees. And like I said, over there is the royal residence, which, you know, any member of the royal family comes to Siem Reap. That's where they'll stay. Also, VIPs and other dignitaries. That's where they'll stay as well. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait to see the playback then, but in my camera, maybe it's the way the sun is behind the clouds, but everything looks a little foggy, a little blurry. I don't know if it is or not, but that's the way it looks to me. I think that's because I wasn't on Wi-Fi. Then we got down here where there's some Wi-Fi, and my phone started just going off all the notifications from last night when I ran out too. Coming into a Wi-Fi zone. I think it's doing something to my camera. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there to you, to watch out for the scams regarding your visas and things. Don't get ripped off. I know it's I know it might be tempting to just jump on it if you have the money and get it over with and done, but I doubt if that's really going to work out. And be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, I have links to my PayPal, Ko-Fi.com, where you can buy me a coffee if you want. Or you can join my Patreon for just $5 a month. But any donation of $10 or more to any of those things, and I will send you copies of all 3 of my books in one package. You'll get Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. You'll get a big book of weird top 10 lists. And you'll get my book about working in a factory called Factory Rat, Get a Real Job. And hopefully you'll enjoy them. Also, all the links to other channels vlogging in Cambodia and other places are down below. I have a friend, he's in Vietnam. He does very good videos from Vietnam, Gamer Abroad. I put that link down there in case you're interested in that. It's in the same area. As you know, they're neighbors. You might want to go over there one day and you'll have a point of contact. So check out all those channels. All my social media is down below. Links to my official Facebook page, Dave Does Cambodia, and of course my science news blog, where I post science stories that might be of interest to you in an easy to understand manner, with links back to the original longer articles if that's something you want to pursue. Anyway, you can find all that kind of stuff down below, and thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not, share if you want to, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.